Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Will, and I'm back with some boxing talk. What's good with your fam? I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. I want to talk a little bit about Gervonta Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather Promotions, and whether or not Tank being signed to Mayweather Promotions is a gift or a curse. Let me explain. Now, Floyd Mayweather is one of the biggest celebrities, not only in the sport of boxing, but in the world. So when Floyd Mayweather does something, the world notices. You know what I'm saying? Floyd has a big social media following. I believe with Twitter and Instagram combined, he has somewhere around 30 million followers, man. That's a big reach. That is a big reach. I believe everybody in all walks of life know who Floyd Mayweather is. You understand what I'm saying? Is Tank's career being held back by Floyd Money Mayweather? You know, that's the question I pose to you, man. I tussle back and forth with this because I know that being affiliated with Floyd Mayweather can land you a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I believe that being signed to Mayweather Promotions is a gift because, face it, we all know who Tank is because of his affiliation with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And then on top of that, the kid is a very, very good boxer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Tank has to decide whether or not, you know what I'm saying, he's going to let Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby control his career. I understand that he's signed to them. I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, you hear people, boxers all the time saying that if two fighters want to fight, they'll fight. You know, why hasn't Tevin Farmer and Gervonta Tank Davis fought already? Why hasn't Lomachenko and Tank fought already? You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody brings a question up to Floyd about Lomachenko, you know, the answer is Lomachenko's old, he's running out of time, Tank's still young, he got time to develop, you know, yada, 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 yada. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, the world wants to see Tank fight these elite fighters. You know what I'm saying? We want to see Gervonta. We want to see how good Tank Davis is. He passed the eyeball test with flying colors. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, you know what I'm saying, I think is the perfect time to put Tank in there with the Lomachenko, with the Tevin Farmer. You know, Tank and Farmer has been going back and forth over social media for 3 years now. You know what I mean? And it's a big unification fight. Tevin Farmer holds the IBF strap. You know, Tank holds the WBA Super. You know, I think a fight between them two would be a very, very good fight. A fight that I think Tank will win. And Lomachenko, I believe that's also a winnable fight for Tank. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that, you know, we see a big discrepancy in talent, man, whereas, you know, you look at that fighter and say, nah, I don't want to put my guy in there with that guy just yet. You know what I'm saying? But evidently somebody at Mayweather Promotions has doubt. You know what I'm saying? They got to have some doubt, man, because beating a fighter like Lomachenko would elevate Tank into what they say they're trying to make him. They say that they're trying to make him into this pay-per-view superstar. Beating a guy like Vasily Lomachenko, who many considered one of the best, if not the best, pound-for-pound fighters right now, would catapult Tank's career into the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Even a win over a guy like Tevin Farmer, you know, that would bring more eyeballs to him, you know, being a unified champion. You understand what I'm saying? But it seems that Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, it's being that, you know, Tank and Floyd were beefing for a while. They were on the outs, man. You notice the last couple fights, Floyd Mayweather was not at at Tank's fights. You know what I'm saying? But I really believe that Floyd Mayweather understands the talent that Tank has, man, and he don't want that to slip away, man. So whatever they had to do, they made good, man, and now they're back in good graces. And Floyd Mayweather was at his fight. Now, if you notice, the thing I like about Floyd, man, it seemed like every time the camera is pointed on Tank Davis, Floyd want to go whisper something in his ear. He want to go put his arm on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He always want to, let the boy have space, man. Give that fighter his space. You know what I mean? It's his night, man, not yours. Everybody know you're the big guy. Everybody know you the big dog. You're Floyd Money May. But you don't see other promoters doing that type of clout chasing, man. Sure, they're there in the ring with the fighters. They may take a couple pictures and this and that, but for the most part, they play in the background. Oscar De La Hoya, he's playing the background. Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? He'll get in there and do some interviews and this and that, but he'll let his fighter have his space. Bob Arum, the list goes on and on, man. Floyd Mayweather is the only guy who I know that, at the post press conference is right there side by side with his fighter, answering questions. Of course the promoter is there, but the promoters always give the fighter, room to breathe, man. Floyd Mayweather is like he's glued to Gervonta Davis's hip, man, and the reporters asking questions. And, before Tank can even open his mouth, Floyd Mayweather is answering the question for him, man. And you can see the look on Tank's face that he was so uncomfortable. He was so uncomfortable, man. But it's like, this is big bro, man. I don't want to disappoint him. I know that, he has been so successful in his career. And maybe, just maybe, I can have the type of success he has if I follow his blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why, Tank has fallen back just a little bit, man, because he's really unsure, man. He's not sure if he want to, let Mayweather, follow the Mayweather blueprint, or he want to do what he does, man. All last year we seen that Tank Davis was very, very unhappy with Mayweather Promotions, man. He was very vocal about that. You know what I'm saying? And he said a lot of it was due to Floyd. Floyd, running back, telling Al Heyman, he's doing this, he's doing that, and then Al called Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's messing up. You know what I mean? And Tank got sort of annoyed with that, man. You know what I mean? They asked him, Tank about Lomachenko. Tank can't even say nothing because in comes Floyd. In comes Floyd with his opinions on the matter. Let Tank answer for itself. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like about it, man. Let the fighter be himself, man. Let the fighter have room to breathe, man. And answer the questions how he want to answer them. You know what I mean? And that's the curse of it. That's the curse of it, because you got to deal with Floyd Mayweather and his bullshit, man. Like, Floyd Mayweather is always in some type of controversy. You know what I mean? Like right now, he's in controversy, man. For those who don't know, Gucci, they had put out a advertisement which depicted their, their clothes in blackface. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of black celebrities and who's who of the that world, they decided that they were going to boycott Gucci. You understand what I'm saying? Because they felt that was a direct blow to the African American community. You know what I'm saying? And what does Floyd do? He makes it his business to go on a shopping spree and purchase Gucci and let everybody know that he's not going to be a follower. He's not going to do what everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do what makes him happy. And I guess that's to buy Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into whether, he was right or wrong. But my point is that he's always in some type of controversy, man. And you know what I mean? Sometimes that's frowned upon. A lot of times it's frowned upon what Floyd Mayweather is doing. You know, Floyd Mayweather is so successful because most people don't like him. You understand what I'm saying? He is so wealthy because most people paid to see him get his ass whooped. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And it never came to fruition, but that's the gist of it, man. People wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose, man. That's why they bought pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. They were hoping that this next guy was going to be the one to beat Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? And because of that, he, he benefited from it, man. He exceeded all expectations that were put before him. You understand what I'm saying? So Floyd Mayweather, is very controversial person. You know what I'm saying? And Gervonta Davis being attached to him brings a lot of eyeballs to Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? Some people may look at him as being the same as Floyd. Others may look at him as not. It's all about perception, man. And the perception is that, it's like, they say when I was coming up, my mom always said to me, bad association spoils useful habits. You understand what I'm saying? So, is his association with Floyd Mayweather gonna ruin his boxing career? By handpicking opponents that are not of Tank's caliber. You know what I mean? So-called cherry picking. You know what I mean? When Floyd Mayweather was that young, man, Floyd Mayweather was fighting all the monsters. You know what I'm saying? He was fighting all the monsters. Those of you who are a little younger, y'all might not remember that. Y'all caught Floyd on the tail end of his career, you know what I mean, when, his abilities had faded on him and he had to go into this more defensive style that we seen the last part of his career, man. But early on, when he was in his early 20s, he was fighting the monsters, man. He was fighting the monsters. He was going out there and was very offensive minded, man. Was looking for the knockout, man, and was ready to go toe to toe with different fighters, man. Floyd Mayweather wasn't cherry picking, and when he was in his early 20s, man. And if you're following the Mayweather blueprint, Mayweather fought the top guys in his weight class. You know what I'm saying? So Gervonta Tank Davis, he got to fight the top guys in his weight class. You know what I mean? He cannot keep picking these smaller guys, you know what I mean, and expect to be, looked upon as an elite fighter. Because I believe, you know what I'm saying, that Tank has everything it takes to be one of the best fighters in the world, man. You know what I mean? He just has to prove it against elite competition. And I think he can. I think he will. You know what I mean? Should the opportunity present itself, man. But that's up to Floyd and Mayweather Promotions, obviously. You understand what I'm saying? They got to put him in position, man, to make a name for himself, man. You know what I mean? They figure if they just keep putting him in there with subpar competition, he keep going in there and destroying people, that more eyes will be on him. And it may work. You know what I'm saying? It may work that Tank may look so devastating that despite the lack of competition, the casual fan will look at him and say, yo, man, this dude is a monster. He's knocking out everybody. He's destroying everybody. But the diehard boxing fans, the boxing insiders, you know what I'm saying, we know that he has not been fighting the creme of the creme, you know what I mean, the top fighters in his weight class, you know what I mean. And a lot of people making a big big deal about him being, point 0.2 off weight, you know what I'm saying, which I don't think is a big deal. I just think was a misstep, man. They say the scale that they was using in the hotel room was different, and scales are going to be different, man. But 0.2, really, you know what I mean, you can't call the boy undisciplined because of a 0.2. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. 0.4 or whatever it was. You understand what I'm saying? But, I just hope that, Tank, they give Tank fights that's going to elevate his career the right way, man, that, we want to see Tank challenged. We want to see, if he goes in there and demolishes top level competition, then then that's good. That's good for him. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't want to see him keep demolishing these subpar opponents, man. Burchell's out there. Tevin Farmer's out there. Machado just lost his title. But, what I mean? We want to see Tank in with top competition, point blank, period. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see, man. And, the gift, like I said, is Mayweather is well known, and he attaches his name to something. It's going to bring eyeballs to them. Like I said, we all know of Tank because of Floyd Mayweather. But also the curse with that is Floyd Mayweather always stay in some shit, always in some controversy, always in some negative, some negative press, man. And also it seems like they're holding them back from fighting the top level competition, man. That's the curse of it. You understand what I'm saying? So my question to you, is Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions a gift or a curse for Tank Davis? Leave your comments in the comment section, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting the subscribe button. Also, you can comment, like, and share this video. You can check me out on all social media platforms at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. And that's all I got for now, man. Until next time, peace. I'll holla back.